Hello students, welcome to Computer Science video lecture classroom. Subject paper data structures. We are in second unit, second chapter, queues. In previous video we have discussed what is queue, what is QADT. Now today we discuss about queues using arrays. How queue is represented using arrays. So queue can be implemented using either linked list or arrays. So generally to represent an array, to represent a queue using arrays, we require a one-dimensional array. A one-dimensional array consists a collection of sequential elements. There is only one index is there. There is 0th index, first index, second, third, fourth, fifth. Here the first element of the queue will be stored at the 0th position. Second element will be at the second position. Third element will be like this. The 0th element like that. Similarly, nth element will be at the n-1 position. So generally to declare a one-dimensional array, and we require two variables front and rear. Now we will see how a class definition of the queue using one-dimensional array. A class definition is, first we will declare a class. We declare a class. In class definition, in private section, we declare an integer array. Integer, say q, the size may be, for example, I am taking a 100 as a size. Next I require the three variables n, comma, p, comma, q. Here n is the size of the q, p is the f is the front value and r rear value. F is the front value, r is the rear position, front position, rear position. In a public mode, I need to write three functions, mainly four functions. One is, I have to create an empty queue. For that one, I am taking a constructor which will take a parameter x, and I am defining an insertion operation. So this insertion operation will take an integer value. So in a queue, if you store the integer value, this parameter is integer and the array is also integer. If array is character data type, then parameter is also character data type. If array is double, here parameter is also double, because we are inserting element into the queue. Next, during the deletion operation, void deletion. So we no need to specify any element to delete. Automatically the first element will be deleted and displayed then. Next, traverse operation. The traverse operation is a display operation that will display all the elements of the queue from front to rear, or you can say that rear to front. So this is a class definition. This is the class definition. So here now I am showing how to create an empty stack and how to insert an element, how to delete an element, how to perform the deletion operation. See here the primitive operations that can be performed in a queue are create. The create is a constructor that will create an empty queue. The empty queue will assign the size of the queue and front value -1 and rear value -1. I already told, whenever the queue is front value is -1 and rear value is, that means in empty queue the front value is also -1 and rear value is also -1. See here, this is an empty queue Here size is 4, that means n value is 4 and front value is minus 1, rear value is minus 1. Whenever the empty structure, whenever the empty queue is creating, the front value and rear value are assigned to minus 1. So here that is a queue operation, that is the definition of the constructor, queue constructor. Next is the adding an element into the queue, adding an element into the queue. So whenever you are adding an element into the queue, what we have to do? First of all, you have to check is that queue is already full or not. That means you have to check queue if it is not full. This operation insert an element into the queue if it is not full. Queue full ga lekunda maatrame element insert avutundi. Eppudu queue full ga undadu. If rear equal to size minus 1, then you can say that queue is full. Already discussed yesterday's previous video. Here, see, here queue is, when you are inserting an element, first of all you have to check the whether rear value is equal to size minus 1. Minus 1 is equal to 4. Rear value is equal to, rear value is minus 1 is equal to size minus 1. 3. Minus 1 is equal to 3. No. Automatically what we have to do? We have to increment this rear value. Rear value becomes minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 means 0. At the queue of rear position, I inserted the element. So this is the, you are incrementing the element here and you are inserting the element at the queue rear position. So this operation, this C++ code will insert an element into the queue. The C++ code will insert an element into the queue if it is not full. If it is full, it will display the message that queue is full. So this is about the adding an element into the queue. Next one is deleting an element from the queue. So the deletion operation removes an element from the queue. So when there is an element, క్యూలో ఏమైనా ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఉన్నప్పుడు మాత్రమే రిమూవ్ చేయగలుగుతుంది. ఎలిమెంట్ క్యూలో ఎలాంటి ఎలిమెంట్స్ లేవనుకోండి, రిమూవ్ చేస్తుందా? చేయదు. సో దట్ మీన్స్ టు పెర్ఫార్మ్ ఎనీ డిలీషన్ ఆపరేషన్ వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ? ఫస్ట్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు చెక్ వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎంప్టీ, వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎంప్టీ, ఇది ఎంప్టీగా ఉందనే చెక్ చేయాలి. వీ ఆల్రెడీ డిస్కస్ వెన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎంప్టీ, ఇఫ్ ఫ్రంట్ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు రేర్. If front equal to rear, you can say that queue is empty. Front equal to rear, or you can say that rear is equal to front. So in previous video you have seen this example. Front equal to rear, we can say that queue is empty. So we have mentioned here, if front is equal to rear, we can say that queue is empty. Otherwise what we have to do? We have to increment the front value. Minus 1 becomes 0 and the element at the 0th position will be deleted. That means deleted element is queue of front. So we are displaying, that means we are incrementing the front value when displaying the deleted element. So that is removing an element from the queue. Next, traversing a queue. Traversing means what? Displaying the elements of a queue. Display. Now let's see this example constructor. So this example queue, here the size of the queue is 5 and here front value is equal to 0 and rear value becomes the 3. So I want to display the element from the queue. What element we have to display first? We have to display 10, letter 20, letter 30. Okay, so where is that queue? 10, that 10 is available queue of 1. Where is 20? 20 at queue of 2. Where is 30? 30 at queue of 3. That means if front equal to rear, you can say that directly queue is empty. Otherwise queue elements are start from the front plus 1. What is the front value here? 0. What is the front value? 0. So where the elements are started from? Queue of 1. We have to start from the front plus 1 and ends with the up to rear value. The condition is we have to take the I value from front plus 1 and I value always less than the rare position and always increment the I value. We have done here same thing. So front value I is equal taken front plus 1, I value less than or is equal there, and I plus plus we have to display the q of I. So this is a programming logic C++ code to display the elements from the q. So we are seen here. So this is the traversing an element of the q. So this is about the programming code. So dear students, I will give a programming C++ code in bitwise every function separately. I will give the programming code of the total program during the offline classes. When the government will start the offline classes, during the offline class I will explain the program. So now limitation of this queue. In this queue there is a small limitation is there. What is the limitation here? See, for example, in the situation here in this one, size is equal to 5, front is equal to 0, rear is equal to 3. I have inserted another element, say 35, that will be automatically rear value becomes 4, the value will be 35, inserted at the 4th position. Again I want to perform the insert operation. Is it possible? No, because rear value becomes 4, because rear value becomes 4, which is equal to size minus 1. 4 is equal to 5 minus 1. Yes, true. It will show that q is full, but there is a space between here. There is a space between the mid of the element. This is a problem in the linear queue. This is case that linear queue. The problem with the linear queue is that it is not possible to insert at the element at the deleted position. The insertion operation gives q is empty, q is full, even though there is a space in the front of the queue. So it is the problem. So how this problem is solved? The two ways. One is that whenever a queue is deleted, generally మన బ్యాంక్ ముందు ఏమవుతుంది, ఒక పర్సన్ ఇక్కడ పర్సన్ రిమూవ్, there are the 6 members ఇక్కడ లైన్లో ఉన్నారు, పర్సన్ 1 2 3 4 ఇట్లా పర్సన్స్ లైన్లో ఉన్నారు. ఎప్పుడైతే 4th పర్సన్ ప్రాసెసింగ్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత ఏం జరుగుతాడు, 2 పర్సన్ ఇక్కడికి మూవ్ అవుతుండు, 3rd పర్సన్ ఇక్కడికి మూవ్ అవుతుండు, 4th పర్సన్కి ఇక్కడ మూవ్ అవుతుండు, 5th పర్సన్ ఇక్కడికి మూవ్ అవుతుండు. దిస్ ఇస్ ద మూవింగ్ ఉంటుంది. సో సిమిలర్లీ క్యూ ప్రాసెస్లో కూడా ఇలా మూవింగ్ చేసినామనుకోండి, షిఫ్టింగ్ కాస్ట్ అనేది ఎక్కువగా అవుతుంది. అంటే ఆల్వేస్ వెన్ ఎవర్ వి పెర్ఫార్మ్ ద డిలీషన్ ఆపరేషన్, అగైన్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు షిఫ్ట్ ద సెకండ్ పొజిషన్ ఎలిమెంట్, ఫస్ట్ 1 థర్డ్, సెకండ్ 4th 5th రిమూవ్ చేయవుతుంది. వెన్ ఎవర్ దెర్ ఇస్ ద 100 ఎలిమెంట్స్ ఆర్ దర్, ఆటోమేటికలీ నియరింగ్ అండ్ మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ స్వాపింగ్ ఆపరేషన్స్ ఆర్ రిక్వైర్డ్. టు అవాయిడ్ దట్ వన్, we use a concept of the circular queue. We use the concept of circular queue that will be discussed in the next video. The circular queue concept will be discussed in the next video. So this is about the queue programming code. Dear students, please watch this video again and again and write the notes of this queue concept. It is the most important topic. జనరల్గా మన దీన్ని రిప్రజెంటేషన్ ఆఫ్ క్యూస్ అడగవచ్చు ఎగ్జామినేషన్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూ, లేదా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ద ఇన్సర్షన్ అండ్ డిలీషన్ ఆపరేషన్స్ ఆన్ క్యూ అని కూడా ఎగ్జామ్లో అడుగుతారు. ఈ టాపిక్ని 2-3 టైమ్స్ వినండి, 2-3 టైమ్స్ ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. ఓకే స్టూడెంట్స్, ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్ కాల్ టు మై నెంబర్ 8919327907.